From the camp of Charles Kojofosu Dadlumba, Nyamishra ma Nyamishra Emagina, Fisa Obakwa Woswa, Wujro Wono Enquanta, Nyamia Dumwa, Kwesiada Ebei, our the forequarter for Kessben 92.9, as that 20 hours no. Yadia Mamuni na Bahase, na Yababe celebrate you more. And two super to do Omamia Baha, na ya celebrate you more together. Oba Ocean 92.9. Kessben 92.9 yawo TikTok Lane Junction adjacent the Vodafone building and I said the Telesur building no ehod yawo enti meka dodo na dia choba sabrede quickly ba men kwa homa no so na yetwetwe nkomo bi emrasisi a hwan eno wo so okay sabre mamene Dr. Daniel Apia or your lecturer Department of Public Administrations University of Ghana Doc Mwakwaba o
Ziega yeah.
Now, we talk about the 120 days of President Mahama Enyano. Yabeka Wasimni now, but quickly catch ye. Edientina sometimes, you know, you use 120 days, 100 days, but not 180 days, which is 6 months, or 365 days, which is 1 year, to assess the performance of interim performance of our president. Though President Mahama Nankasa Neka 120 days, but I didn't think you used to say that.
Ziega, and I pay Micha, a T4, and so. It was a Sunday one Kasa wedding Kakana, a Mahama Nankasa, a 120 days. No penny for us, a Ija Ebeba, na free and a pa. I go a bay, you know, and I go a bay, young chairman, you may man, sana, you know, as a nanopaso. And then, you know, a buy piano, say, a buy by it is what a year within the first 3 months, maybe, or see to me, if you Saban, a Bikuya and Enqui, you share a year ministers, Abano, what point to point, Jomo, you share a year ministries, Abano, a criti. And no extra any that so and I any so dear the war abino any so nunti ena ayana abribiano ya pesa ya share say abino in yuma wasa say wudi koyi na say koyi okay
okay na kacha ya say 3 months no say what's ya the share abino say ebe koyi na say enkoyi ti kacha ya aban wasa say no ekoyi na say enkoyi. Now, had they opened the box of hope for us?
Ziega, everything you might be brave, and Abano, Ekase, Obeshe, Obeyen within 3 months. Now, we say Abayan Kasani assessment, or one Kasa Ayena, or one Kasaka Emma, 72%. That is Aban, which means Abayan Kasa Aja to me say, baby Honoma, Ekuyi, and a baby so on Monsua, and Yadia, Ekuyi, and I say, in a pay in the Abayan Kasani assessment, no Yadia woman 100%. And the Oyentini Jankate, Adinina, Akuyi, and Akoto. Also, other media houses, more assessments on so much. And we've been no cramp for them. We say, because it's a joy of emotion, maybe they are to us, they are complete and ongoing. Or can it be in Ubuma 80%? The media no cramp for them. So, change Abayan Kasani assessment, no, their man of honor. And so, which me, I want to say, yes, Niama, Kuyi and Kakra, Emma Abayan, baby, so on Monsoa, Naka, dear, a week.
Okay, and you say, young Shadi, for example, your father health sector, no, or my penny by Rocase, or Bemaye, your friend is Mahama Case, which is Ghana Medical Trust Fund, what they are, but what they buy, that will share the hospitals, a hospital in general. We share the rear equipment and ye lucky our various hospitals nibi. We share health insurance and as it's been a little bit discouraging at the end. Apart from Mahama Case, no, can in now my health sector no boy. Tell you what is here to another one, bet me a boy.
I'm so share health sector now. Project bit to say Mahama Care no more. I'm saying the counterpart of US and the Obama Care. Maybe my name is Honor they inspired no so I am Mahama Care or Ghana no. Now health sector no problems the challenges Honor and yeah was me and I did it was it and I solve with problems no. nti anama wetu no se oye Maakye ne de eye mum de enso se wo hwe ye man mu a omo hia eye friend saying healthcare and also facilities here e hospitals no which means Maakye no enye no kwa ni betumi aboa me asolve sa problems ni nyinara means you know I was steps ministry no and Ministry of Health Ghana Health Service no omode egugu akwan mu so omode boa ma ye National Health Insurance system no ayeyi na afi ye hospitals obekọ infidie no break down no ni ade was jumedie and policies ni programs ministry no agency one more na at least any year within at least the next best 6 months and now 1 year so any money nyina no mo betumi ahwe no maye no eno na nka me pese me hu no na America no say we show problems on health sector na enye ade a within just 3 months we betumi asolve ni nyinara I mean you know very very important so I was said there should be a very clear roadmap of how to equip and answer quite a so your hospital so no akaso be ko kolebu be ko 37 and now be ko rate and now be ko teaching hospital so near health minister ni na mia or hospital there now be do baby na equipment break it down na fi akwa ntawantawa between minister no chief executive no in term no we did this enya sana nka me person me hu no say camera CBCC so na fi minister na bia si obi enya ntawantawa na nya kasakasa bi enya fe no niam we no e was ministry no any management no etnase na fi nhyehyɛ ya mo de egu akwan mu sɛ mo betumi e di asolve no fa nhyehyɛ no and I was say yehu na afi omoma realistic timeline at least you expect to say health sector no bibia e betumi akoyi amaye
na ene ye by the economy in general so a nyame adomara common panyin oba ye was say baby inflation baby onu no ejai edit to 2016 which was 17 point something we ja honum no aba we say buy no wotimi de ekọ 54 point something though the number de ekọ single digit and almost had ekọ 54 point something and almost drag ya about 23 point something but they say about be hit 22 point something inflation no is being a little bit stagnant and no intimi cost intimi mafom ye dollar to cedi so a ye beto aba no na nke ye 16.7 by me no kase about 13.47 eno so ye betimi akase omanpanina yade pa na se the nkofo kase it is too early to judge omanpanina se wa yade with that areas no
Ziega say we buy economy no mo dia ene dia me bo mo aba so pa because one area na a hard dream pie contribute to hugely to buy also no that no need defeat because social dollar no be koko jina na wo share nyoma senya na ko nuane senya kosro enom ni ade na just ahomte na wo share senya aban we buy no senya watumi atoto nyoma papa na fe macroeconomic stability in spite of saving energy sector no oba beto crisis wo ho no mo na nso watumi solve one and so mo guso mo solve na nso we nyina achi no omatumi maintain economy no aye stable singa kana eno enya dia crisis na enkoso na mo yehu se eba form na che so mabom ho modin yie pa over about last week kra no cd no ugeni ya ma beka sa last week ono no within West Africa and African sub-region no cd no anaya nya to cd no currency na eteso pa him franca West Africa and Africa nti no economy ni de o ma bom ho modin yie papa na no so ni na so na me gidi se IMF programs no eno so eka ho na contribute to economy no etimi aba be stable sa no because o share kama NPP aban no ewo so na ansa na mahama aban dada na wa be free so no mo so ko IMF program usara in NPP aban no buy no IMF program it me boy mo nya some stability until say you free IMF program no mu afi nioma esa se ko achieve no and in the IMF program is aban bia so betumi obe committed to it there ade it me boy na mmo afi say free sa program no mu na afi aban na nkasa de no ho na bo toto no nioma e na tele bia na nioma no enkoye and in the no mebo aban abaso say program on ba beto ye no omatumi committed to it na afei omotumi a maintain economy no na afei dollar no eba from ema nioma nso ne bo eba from ene de adwadefo ne omomotonto ne manyina ebo aban no aba so papa
na enoma mampani di agu akwam no does it look promising say baby a cedi na ba bedroom 13.47 no ebia ebetimi a hit single digit ebetimi aba ebiema na say so betimi at more than to said or promise you during the campaign.
Ziga, yes, single digit there. Although what are you hoping or mine will be too poor? Many have received more single digits within 4 years. Now you be to me achieve moment yet because there are many infrastructural projects out buying it may achieve. It's a single digits, the next is moving over title, belts, and over title, and fence, and expenditure no more. Pantry, and also yet, we say, was our bit me achieve with single digits a day, a year, I want to ever. Apart from so better title, also to me, so export, yeah, my breed, and also to me, what the export economy. No, now, what's my most Abiana, Juma Bibina, or more bread, and also moving a Sikadia association, Juma Church, and Juma no and for in Jessica, a free never copy Sicanomia day. Indeed, it is a single digits far yet. A bayading, which Yachi were in any bedroom moment, no more problems that were only development and the thing you also also a cost or not. A bayading, and the young between our economy almost as enough, we implement more programs now. No, a better, and then a better.
Law. Bistro, yes, I say public reform. See, deba dear partner fees my penidia bar, very impactful. Within a short possible time, say as a public sector reform expert, no, tell us a dear partner fees on my penidia bar. Sadia we say a trahon which I bet me a boy, a master impact the public sector.
The public sector reforms the dear core dear it meets now on much the number of ministries any ministers are buying our appointed because my any idea my via and so now your ministers see a 100 your ministry see baby now also buying what they are. For the first time under the Fourth Republic, I feel 56 ministers. 56 ministers. Into one of our expenditure and any ministerial realignment, idea one prime minister and also kind of to me a conserve with the car and I say the car get to go no. What me a one ama I feel inside to me up to one or my papa be braino. Internally, it meets now one more. Idea it beats me a bore of mine of power. There's also me, code of conduct here. One more lunch and 2 days ago. I me born a basso. Me born a basso pass or you're committed to ensuring that the appointees and our ministers obia believe according to the course. No, beyond to be ensure say, to shiny for ye, be no ever from a cry. Then, me say, I so inclined. Code of conduct, and say, bet to me, a Gina, you bet to me, a Juma year. Now, I was a young lady. The moment you say you want to you may be a mono, so be to me and a Juma year now break his arrow now. You bet to me, Gina as in Libya. Then so, I am right and touch one. So, I want to me, and Gina as a code of conduct, a former rule, non quanto and Fanuco, Gina and Libya. In the Sanya or by an anchor by for that, no woman. The public sector code of conduct, you call parliament, and may share my inquiries a code of conduct, want to me and Franco parliament. Now, for Yamfa Embra, entitled, the Biano will be able so a word maybe a ma. Yet, me the number could not attend Libya. And yes, I'm enforcement and
aha, 92.9 megahertz. We are live. We also live on the Kessben TV and DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 121. Wey, Maakye Dumedie and Masugu Suamutieno. Yene Dr. Daniel Apia, a lecturer, Department of Public Administrations, University of Ghana, and the Ethiopian Commander. Lord, catch you. Sorry, Doc, catch you. You show your constitution, Article 286. And no, am I whole quite say. public office holders and declare on asset. Now saying on my penny ebe catch and say na swear for the nano or make it show so be declare an asset. But I failed a day before yesterday and no be catch and say obia wan declare an asset bia no obette ne salary bia say obenya pay cut ni ade na so bia declare ne asset aden yenyi nipa da di ne be ka say obette ne salary.
Asset declaration regime, no. Mijini embrano no was say to me a review embrano and as it to me a reform embrano because embrano baby a company one of my excesses won't declare what it was say was salary no so and Americans say you might be a honoma buying or say yeah day and my coins on a farmer coins so and asset declaration regime there say when declare within the period now, buying also to take it when declare and a free honomo. Now, Baku so on say, I was a buying also every say, and son, you be back on this and if I know in declare any assets. Now, I was all more young because meaning maybe no more or more submit or more the forms no echo a audit service. Emma, audit service, no, who say their forms no have mistake, I'm saying mistake, I say, almost also return the moment of your corrections. And so a year later, Bob, one declare masters, and maybe no more as any panning in our AD, Ekaho, and Yadiana, a kay. And the also, more it to me, abandoned to me, and man seems to be excellent. So, won't declare what within that stipulated period of time now. Not yet, Wajuma every one. At the same time, no, after declaration law, since to be Nipano, a declare no, the share envelope. Maybe anyone of my one random will say, all this service, no more fish as maybe to me at sea, no, I will bring Nipano crampon, you want Monapi, Yakan kind Nipano, Niasset, I will declare no. Into honor, no, say, and Rano, now for years, I try a woman. Now, after declaration, Nipani declare the audacious one. Now, for you, who say, I question I've been told by Bemono, you must say, and or the Bemo. And so, some man CBTS is saying idiot. Brano, my clients, and Nipanos or the people have been auditioning my own trophy, or so, or the cat, and I have been auditioning, and I do be a walk of as the man was officials now what this service, a minimum, the Penifon, the area of Pepanoba, and I am Pepanoba, Yatiano, and no class official and cast or do a court. Everything Raquano obey me to work court. Into a banner, now for years, answer Kayawata and random. I'm a young to me, I ensure transparency and accountability. A man Buno. In the after declaration, Sonia Abano, a quite fast or no. Me one about so the name, I was a Bibian, your fat, Nemra, a quanso, not a year.
Oh, Doc, you better say pa na messages a menya wa hache say enkofosi unum kasa pa na they enjoying the way I see kasa who break it and normal down. So you better was say nyame ya domo ochna ebi ebesen ya babiem eno de be normal ne kubo so ada ekuso ebobo ba nti nyame ya domo a se bibia sa teto ho me ebesen ba na ye no asa oni asa chede ho bia biem na me so Doc we dey facha me o we dey o kwode na ka kira ye se me mo akonya say rate your man penny from 1 to 10. Obey say. Can say?
I'm say 72% no the more no. Me almost 70%. Me 2% in the
na I did tell you 2% in the few.
I'm say at the end time we 2% in every one of no. I say tax on mobile also be review ma you bit my import so machines. The best agricultural sector no na. A tax on a yard which me a review me say no see economy no agricultural economy agrarian economy if you are done with a bit boy a year for papa or mine no yet to me acquire any money hono a yard and when you make it but then make 2% no everyone in the winter or mobile now for what
you na the spokesperson the minister for lands and natural resources or fear how you na your father Mahmoud Kabori Capito na okaye na ha no apapa no otro
within that 3 months Now me expect to say come to me be our actually being two certificates of emergency or parliament. Man can say we non come to me every senior to me yes a COVID-19 betting tax nominee adeno. Inti on one more any encounter equia for show mo pa.
Okay dog you better CP nyame adomo a you better babim.
Yo, me that was say.
Okay, we say Dr. Daniel Pia, lecturer at the Department of Public Administrations, University of Ghana, and what to say, Yanana Etchin Commander. Also, forward dear bra. President Mahama was now 120 days. What dear NSA? Forward dear bra. Rating on who rated and what tried to quentia. Who rated the side at the Amaya Kobina and wife. Good evening. Was say 120 days Mahama has done what Napoleon could not do. Samuel Boatin or the free babuta at the diaba. It also found what diabra quickly. We also say, I also Nana from Ziega, good morning. In 120 days, Mahama has done what Napoleon. Hey, you are one hour sending a message you now. Was a great Sapako, but if you manso about the diaba, was a Mahama all the way. Was a Mahama waya diapa. Teacher Kujo Tepa and Nasuso at the Diabo say President Mahama's 100 days in office, along with his achievement and missed promises regarding the Galamsey ministry and corruption in the country, have made him appear to be a failure so far. These are the two most important distraction issues that he should have tackled as a priority. Unfortunately, Galamsey is still active in the forest, and the Chinese are destroying our lands. Greetings to Chairman Odenho Apia Koka. Okay, thank you very much. We every teacher Kujo Tepa and Nesusu de Dia Aba Sabrei Honorable Kojo Boatin Ajman, former chairman New Jabin North Constituency Obaba Kayensa Nia Pense Semuha, but yawo Mahmoud Kabori, spokesperson Edema, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, National Democratic Congress, Ewa Hasi, Bemo Akwaba.
Yeah, bro, rapidly.
Bibia Bokode.
Adum Mumpaibo.
You said the so Wakra.
Me Wakra.
Nami Adumo Sunday.
Okay.
Me no Bayadibi.
Sunday.
I said Sunday. Mother's Day.
Okay.
Eti baby a wan bibi obi akofa ne bra. Mr.
Sunday.
Mr. Farmer me bra. Na ye dwumadie bi wo. Guy ye fene say Kessben.
Okay.
Your premises I say. Who say uko FM stations there any all premises come up very good. Na your live band aduane music, poems, celebration. You be celebrate your mamenom. So you be celebrate your mamenom because enye easy oba kwa wo so a which the wonu kwankwanta.
That's right.
And Princeton University for a research on what they are wiase actually and say the most two difficult things to endure in life. One say obia eja e show gidigidi amwa life. Eja show life when you go so amwa. And the second most painful thing to endure in life. So when a woman is in travail, so oba ekwa woso no owo. It is not easy at all. It is not easy at all. Eti ya mama mo de ba, we need to celebrate them. Eti me de me mama ba for the first time mama na for flight. And asem ke to for flight.
Na abra du tu mo amro sa wo yi okwawu so flight.
For the bra. That be called the say here.
And you beba.
Called the open cry me the Kessben car back off. It be strong farm and bra. And then no kwa natural resource one hono your friend say hono ye dem lands and natural resource. Be so no mo kwa kamaye. Obi amfa na mame mra. You obi amfa na mame mra. Ye mame the first lady of Kessben group of companies. Yes, ye mame ono so be baby. Yes, you are two and suffering pennyful kukuda. Oh, and the surprises to be our crab surprise.
Boss.
Mr.
Catcher or no constituency, why novel to be or what? Or say, pennyful no move your says to your mamma no mono. Would John Munko if you are being correct, Mranya?
Oh,
and you will see elderly care center. Ubia Quadrumariano, Nabasi and Nanamvia for Munina, Baumo to Damidim Commonia. To it was all the Bassino. Form wa Kessben Kessben premises.
Yeah, my bro.
That's right.
Kabori omo brepa se o he so bi akora hye na chi na osaso no ma na awiagede wan fa wi anu mu a abia no ne akora na buada. And by akora ni nyina they don't watch that. They make what I say. We need to celebrate them. Yamami, we need to celebrate them. Etimisramo, Obia Witia Biano, so Shami Free TV, so share DSTV channel 364, and I say Go TV 121, Kessben TV, and I say Kessben Plus TV, and I will take Kessben 92.9. Whoever you are, whatever you are, Nyami Adumu Akwesiada, found my bra Kessben premises, I say, near celebrating the infamous. Now, Uko Elba Kessben, your premises, Lana, you adjacent the Vodafone building, Accra. Talisa building, who do also share as that Twin Towers. Ubo we say glass, blue glasses, towers mianubi esi honomwa, uremwa, emuya kama pa nuaba, near celebrity ye. Okay, na sabrede, ye guswa, ye ne Dr. Kwesi Nyame Befi, or ye lecturer, ewa Gimpa, Senior Fellow, Institute of Economic Research, Public Policy on President Mahama's 120 days. Sorry. Yɛne ne ba betwetwe nkomo. Dog mu akwaba o.
Aminia morning o na bibia bokɔ de.
Nyame adomara kwa bibia bokɔ. Na eyi say nyame adomara kwa omanpanyi ba ye nya 120 days. Omanpanyi de ayaba Maakye wadi abaye na yabona baso, which is a Ghana Medical Trust Fund yabona baso. Also oba obeyi betting tax yabona baso we yidi afi ho. Wasi e-levy oba obeyi di afi ho ya yidi afi ho nom. On and on oba adenti na besi na COVID levy di. Ene di asa omanpanyi wabu na ni agusu ana.
Minia we first of all message shall be on the match what chief winning. To say the okay, His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, indeed, some of the promises are Maakye say Nyame na domna soba power, e-levy obo be year free ho. I think say and okay former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also Maakye that promise. And betting tax in Adiabe. Now, and right here, Sectoral say utie ni ya or can say COVID levy ni say no sha untimi COVID levy in free ho. Now, as part of that reforms, almost the COVID levy never be share VAT. So already they've admitted the say NDC government has admitted say COVID levy now must share Ghana for both say in the first 120 days no be year free ho they will not be able to fulfill the promise. And yes, maybe your mobile yen later cry, but based on the amount of kind, it looks like they will not be able to fulfill the promise. What they and also at China, there are so many other things. NDC government and the promise Ghana for in the first 120 days. Unveiling in almost strategic document, almost 120 day social contract to the people of Ghana. Omuka be to say Nyame adomna so mo reforming scholarship secretariat as our scholarship administration. Many will can say omunya reforming scholarship administration. Omuka be say Nyame adomna so mobile power. Bane appointees from buying state assets. And when yaman penny can be found. But 120 days na so. Minya any policy document be a say or my banning government appointees and as a government appointees close family members from buying state assets. So that promise, still that has not been done. That's 0% because it hasn't been achieved. So Usha BB to say a year almost mobile listed ban on salvage vehicles. There has not been any detailed implementation plan. But meaning most of or more promises almost all my achieving. It's a Black Star experience. Almost all my launch a Black Star experience. But launching as an economist or as a policy person, launching something does not mean say that thing is actually being implemented and will have an impact on Ghanaians. And to look at some launch BB na enunti wa achieve you promise there. Then that is not entirely correct because what is the operational plan? What is the rollout plan? Then I would better to what is the budgetary allocation for that? Is it sufficient? Is there even a budgetary allocation? Implementation? When are we going to begin to see results? So NDC government, they need to set up. They need to set up so that they can put in place
real policies that bring the transformation. Ama Ghana for enya so mfaso. La no anami tie actually na no pakra we sure almost 120 days no o matima strengthen Ghana cedis ni ayi. But me wunim say for me if the CD appreciates as an economist and it's sustainable, I'm very happy because once it's a sustainable processor, that means it would improve our standard of living because our purchasing power goes up and all that. But if you look clearly at the data, for example, you will see, within the global context of the Trump tariff, wars, the US dollar is weakening against major currencies, against the euro, against the Swiss francs, and by default, it will also weaken against the cedi. But you not to change. Utie, the governor of the central bank, Ekaya, or say, now the central bank has been able to accumulate enough reserves. Therefore, that has been able to anchor the cedi. Now, OSHA data now, or publish a Bank of Ghana and Casa publish here now. Ube say Bank of Ghana gold reserves started in May 2023. May 2023, the gold reserves was at 8.7 tons. December 2024, now gold reserves now increases to somewhere around 31.5 tons. Now, OSHA April data, since I look at the April 2025 data, we say gold reserves, about 31.37. So December 2024, 30.53 tons. 30th April 2025, 31.37 tons. That means that in between, gold reserves are accumulating under this government is just about 0.8 tons. And do 1 ton in pool. In this governor of central bank, admit to say Ghana accumulating enough reserves. That means that enough accumulation, and yet accumulation happened this year. Accumulation happened under the previous government. And I'm speaking as an academic here, and the data is publicly available. Now, where it gets interesting here, we share gold board, Sami Jenfi, ASCU. We say gold board is the data be to data naturally say gold board at all more than 20 tons of gold valued at more than $2 billion for the Bank of Ghana. Meaning patrol with the 10 year more than 20 tons of gold and a gold board not to Bank of Ghana. It is a Bank of Ghana at Niato 20 tons, more than 20 tons of gold. Now less than 1 ton of gold has been put in the reserves. Then clearly it shows there's a problem. It shows gold in our central bank at more than 20 tons no matter. Only just 0.8 tons per account reserves. The remainder, which is over 19 tons, about converted into dollar and pump it into the forest market to show up the city. So this is not sustainable. This is an artificial appreciation of the city. So if we don't bring or we don't put in place policies about driving real growth in the energy sector, real growth in the agricultural sector, real growth in industry, real growth in the service sector, the current appreciation it's only going to be short-lived. It's also a more economy,
That way, Mr. Wadam, I'm enjoying the lectures in the past. But yeah, I said Dr. Kwabnado 4 times. 2009, Dr. Kwabnado 4 by now. When a contractor for car, when a subcontractor for car, and Kofi na a binder down a do a mokania, the Banesika ho, according to them, non chesena President Kofi the reserve Kakrebi or they could have paid them. But he decided to pay half. And Dr. Kwabnado 4 Australian statement be or publish here no chese. Satam no see anya ne sank yentimi inflation in fan office. Sikari be good system mu too much na. And Kofi this kind of more na ema yetoto no mem. Na se sikani system no mu too much. On kase ye fa sika mu but e be good enimu too much. The ono no eton Guinness no. say bia memenum Guinness bia 4 bottles in a night and I say a day and I'm say sikani system no too much nintino say bia me kwa meto 2 it is a meto 2 na e ma de ono no ton Guinness no on tuntum basa or say these are some of the pragmatic measures omu put in place and ma the inflation no dragging from President Kofi 18.3 now or level you to the single digit we able to achieve the second digit inflation now Kofi say artificial but it me deny for 18 months record in the history of this country so I didn't think away say no yama omo the benefit of the doubt na ke yewura the July August the purchasing season no near shen Kofi ade dollar no beko abrochira akwa to tono ma na ba ne hwe se omuti yantimi a maintain na ya make sa comment we dan say afen ade na starting ye beka say artificial
minia we say actually na economy so me ba honomo but for me the point is clear on the reserve side and the point is also clear on the global economic side. Now, we share the issue of spending. It's not as simple as me babe totally spending. Now, my drive it down or my masi didn't appreciate it, etc., etc. You have to first of all look at what is the potential GDP, and based on the potential GDP, no has economy overheating, and as economy is operating below its potential, then over checking monetary or fiscal policy also put in place. But if you artificially curtail spending, as I say, many workers say, there are many ministers who complaining say budgetary allocation parliament are approving more. They've not been able to get it. Of course, for political expedience, in the short term, Ubetimi for say ama CD appreciate you because you are curtailing spending. But by so doing, if you overdo it now, what happens in the long term, you'll be hampering development in the real sectors of the economy. And also now, the real transformation now, about driving CD stability on a sustainable basis. And say for example to say Germany, meaning say over European Union now, Germany is considered an economic engine of the European Union. Germany had, as part of laws, they had a law not putting a cap on deficit. So they had a law not artificially force you almost say you cannot spend beyond a certain percentage of the GDP in terms of deficit. Over the years, initially, say, Germany economy, they are not running deficit. More running surplus is near there, so it's good. About confidence near Yiba. But long term, say, more education sector, because government was not investing as much as it should have in the education sector. Omuko transportation sector, transportation sector so far. Omuko defense, defense so far. Omuko critical sectors of the economy now. All these sectors of the economy suffer. It is say Germany is experiencing severe macroeconomic challenges, and that is where now the real problem is. Someone share. Say Germany economy collapsing. Now we hear finance minister finance minister say now say and what so to us okay spending you now say hamper development in the real sectors of the economy. For political experience, yes. Short term 1 year, 2 years, America say Ghana benefiting. But in the long term many won't ever suffer. The same way, now initially, the way in terms of fiscal side, finance minister, artificially, all driving down T-bill rate, aligning with monetary policy rate, in a problem. To say, what say government of Ghana, raise T-bills or more undersubscribed, because in conform who say rate now, government of Ghana, artificial. It does not align with the rate of inflation.
I see.
It does not align with monetary policy rate. In the long term, many won't be because if sectors agri sector no yentimi are expanding agri sector now, you find the data on agriculture sector say agri is one of the major one of the major employers of Ghanaians, especially in the rural areas. And so one to me that means agri is the backbone of Ghana's economy. So if you are unable to invest into the agri sector to make sure that now agri is expanding to boost our domestic economy. In the long term, agri can be then a boy economy.
So, anything on the Feed Ghana program, you.
Oh, now why a Feed Ghana program? That's a budgetary amount for the Feed Ghana program. No? You are not releasing those funds for the Feed Ghana program now. Over there, then that means that it remains a policy on paper.
Yes.
That means it remains a policy on paper. That means that in terms of the actual implementation, it will not be able to happen as it should for us to have real impact. And we're going to make us a challenge. Say, over the industry side, I say industry. Say, I'm not say Trump trade wars near, I still say there's an urgent need of say Ghana for able to boost local industries. And I think that the previous government only one district, one factory ban. So even though there were challenges with that, I was expecting say that could have been built upon. But we check the 2025 budget now. There is no clear policy when it comes to the industrial side. So therefore, if we don't have any real policy and a real budgetary allocation that would help the industries now, Ubewu said the trade minister, even though he may want to do the work, Ubewu said not all suffer. Ubewu said not all bread. Then Ghanaians will also suffer because we will keep importing. This artificial appreciation of the cedi, I'm sure I didn't know what is going to happen. It's going to give false hope to say the cedi is actually appreciating on the long term. Ghana will keep importing because now relatively it will become cheaper to import. And then because there is no real policy for the industry side, Obeun said industries those industries will begin suffering. And then we will end up destroying the small industries now. Then our balance of trade now experiencing gains, surpluses, Now we'll begin to experience deficits, and it's going to deteriorate the economy further. And I think we need to take politics out of it and look at it from an objective lens.
Okay. So Doug, Samekase rate President Mahama from 1 to 10. Obama is say 120 days. Obama is say.
120 days. I think remember NDC government, either 4 over 10. I think it's 4 over 10.
4 over 10.
4 over 10.
You. Dog ya dance pa o lectures na no dey pa nyamishra wa. Dog nyamishra pa. We ya Dr. Kwasi Nyame Befi lecturer Jimpa and our Jimpa and a senior fellow Institute of Economic Research Public Policy and I'm what to say no action common so on the Obama President Mahama 4 over 10. We will see Ziega, please. Good morning. Please tell the NDC government that cement prices are still going up. The small size NPP left the price at 73 Ghana cedis. It's now 100 cedis. The 95 Ghana cedis one is now 120 Ghana cedis. In Mahama's 120 days, greetings to Honorable Kennedy Japan, the only hope for Ghanaian youth from Bosman or the Freewenchi and Diaba. Okay. We all see good morning, Ziega. I'm Adams, midfield offensive South. Greetings to Abbas Amagobo. In fact, Ziega, it's so sad at offensive South this morning for Abbas not getting the MC. Same way. And that's some kitwa. Okay, teacher Kujo Tepan, the student there, Maakye Canada. Okay, Capito has say, Mahmoud Kabori has say, and someone that dog can not per se or reacted to it. But Beman of crying out, why yes, rebuttal and quick glance and ya call yankasi ya discussion cry so okay you best start a discussion but he said na make no nyame adomo akwasi ade ebe your Mother's Day na Kessben 92.9 megahertz yene any Kessben TV yene aduma kuofo ni na any Ghana phone na ye celebrate ya mame no baby a mame wo bia ashaman for teshi for kaswa for gomuagenya no defete kakrabafo I'm from Amasamai ebebesi ehefa Kwashiman Race Course Alaji Tabora La Paz Abeka Achimot baby I will be a Kessben Kessben consensus for more mechatiamu baby I will be at the farmer me bra obedi di kwa ye be celebrate ye be mana bonu ye be bonu mu a nani beje ye be ginali ye be wa ne tu so ma me obi pikura no a obe free ha be kono na sa no mani ni na agyae sa na tie enye se da bia se wonya bi dia ma me nko a o se wonya bi ma me wode ne basa yo ya o ma me kura be hunu se me bai wudwene me ho sa obi wo hono mu a ankoba ma mani age etu oba bompa ye pakra sa dia ma gunsa papa e dia ma ho ama nyamia ya wadom ama usu anya bi dia jo ma me ti fa ma me bra nyamia adom akwese da ebe yi fa ma me bra aha eza me mo akwa ba kabido mo akwa ba
be bru senior
bibi abokode
nyamia adom
na ma me
na Dr. Kwesi Nyame do mo ase o munyina aka ho na agro no
ba before obekoso be so facha me pa ma me quickly ma me chairman achi preko me pese ye be ye na masa man achi ma me man achi because adequate am yesa no asem mu enu mu shirt ne se efe papa we African print no we foreign print but in the efe chama mo akwa ba
me ba ma me transfer me Dr. Bano transfer no transfer no in some biblika
the chama
on within 120 days we can say we ma me transfer na me share say my by Ziega wa ha tu wa ha dia
chama we guys the chama dem you do asoboka so bie ayidu ma thesis ni ba we lectures
me say doctor da ma me na kwa ba ohine mi chia
e buru that
is it na me adomara ko na the spokesperson Edba Minister for Land and Natural Resources.
Yes, man. Say me who say the coat of arms born a boy.
Obey you man papa.
Obey you man. Say my catch say in fear na ya you bring your back 9.
And 9
Amata so na kan. Me na amata say afin chere ba so ntunu mu kwa nyina.
No correct.
Intino. When you add to me na also obey you man. Say in fear 9 we mu na say bompa ya mom. So what you say?
Yeah.
Because Ziega me no me nyina ya to man mu bi. Yempo.
Yeah.
And I Ghana for so ebo mutirim po so me to me be show me sir. If so me gidi so ba baby am Ghana. And yes sir.
Yeah.
Intino I will never wish them down because some we na Ghana ya nyina team.
Yeah, no correct.
E bin pan so no. E ka Ghana enya nko ko tu kwan na du ba bi se aho topa ne bi be kan.
E bi be kan. Yes.
But the enko yen so de ye be momo hu ne pepepe.
Yeah. Na una na no see a friend say.
A friend amata.
Ana ma me so dey say.
Me ma me de ono de amabo atma.
Me so nyame ya adom akwese da fare bra. Sada na me ka che ono. E bra na nyadu. Me so ko fare free kofo dia bra. Say you kra me amebe ye ho aduma. Me so che ma fare bra. You cannot deny us this. Fa o ma me bra nyame ya adom akwese da. Ye bebo live band amano. Ye be man hampers. Pastries aduane be. Nya aduane na sebe bread asa aduane de say de ya be men. Ye person na nije. Ye person na nije. Mother's Day ye celebrate your mothers. Bedi kaka ye see two most difficult thing to endure in life. One say eja show life. Amwawu ne wani da so. And that's obi awu awada. Obi awani guso ne ja show life. And the most difficult thing to endure in life. Second most difficult thing to endure in life. And it's obia waka was where the woman is in travail. Na or so life. And one the most difficult, second most difficult thing to endure in life. Where from Princeton University for our research or Madiaba. And Tinyami Aduma, yes, celebrity a man. It's not easy. Chama uti au me lecture tin na ya nyo mamia. Anka Ghana enya sade. Tinyami Aduma kwesiada. Mr. Farmer me bra.
Matthew.
Okay. Now 120 days nana afi ye koso afi muntie.
This is 92.9, the radio station that other radio stations listen to.
Okay, Kabido.
Yes. And now
Memo first 10 minutes.
Yes, thank you.
120 days of President Mahama. Amama muono. Rating na de that kana so.
Me da se bebre before I'm about so no na make say doc omu nyina ka ho bi. And adwuma no ede. And no pay analysis in the in as much as I respect his opinion, I do not agree with him because COVID-19 levy, the minister was emphatically clear about Parliament with the first budget. Now, about a total reform of our VAT system, rationalization of our VAT system. Now, we said the COVID no levy no no buy a bossy no, and ne VAT no kaya say we are batabo, and the one way are not chana. So we needed to meet the IMF technical team. Now other stakeholders are here rationalize the VAT system. Na ye ni nyina wi na ejina enya na pagina so a VAT COVID component no etimi ye free e hono asat abra the first budget 2025 budget ban na san komodie nyina nye den enko so but minister me nya ahontoso sronko say o very optimistic say afin ko na wi na sabi with your permission ahead of the IMF technical assistance mission, I will inaugurate a VAT reform task force to hold broad consultation with key stakeholders for their input. Mr. Speaker, the parameters for the VAT reforms, which will be completed this year, will include abolition of COVID levy. Inti sedoko kase yenka ho hwe yentu wana mo na kasa ni nyamu kura kire se enya dia COVID levy betima ye hu bi.
Deputy Finance Minister Kahwas.
Good, and I just say it's not born out of fact. I know you can get to me, you know. And I know that no man penny be release code of conduct for executive arm. Na sa code of conduct no. E ho e na wa kire wo kwan a ye ma ho kwan say politically exposed person and a close relative cannot access certain benefits in government. Be it say abayin bungalows, abayin sase, abayin japade, even scholarship. And it's a doc where no so say so far there is no policy direction as far as abortion is of concern. No, so again, it's not born out of facts. Assemble kwa okay with Black Star experience. Openi wuni say obi enu obetime de enano wahadu wahani aduno aye bibia mana yiyi nti when we were promising we said we will launch the Black Star Experience initiative for culture, arts and tourism boosting. And the underlining was what? Launch. Me know say for the first time you a presidential director in charge of Black Star Experience. We have coordinator.
Yes, I'm correct.
We have launched the program. And so it's in line with the manifesto promise. Afe emu eniyama ni mu komodie ni anamutu no. They are long-term journey. Nti unimi nka say because ye ntima mfa 120 days ama mananto in the tourism sector through Black Star Experience intino Bosheno is not valid. What kind of say yanka say within 120 days you better launch and give you all the process. In fact, say you aburukura na odua 120 days now you try. And we should not set the question and answer them our own way. What was said, what was promised, and what we say we have delivered. And number one, I'm here to situate and community. The track was issues on gold reserve and what have you. In fact, the primary responsibility of the Novel Gold Board, SAB engaging in gold trading and export. For what purposes? For giving strength to our local currency and also boosting our reserves. In terms of your friend saying your gold reserves. What can I admit said there has been a considerable increase in our gold reserves. For international trading, no. Yatimia Boama and they can say so far available data. I will say in the year 2024, government was able to procure just 63.7 kilograms of gold. As we speak, in 4 months, we've procured 30.5. So we average analysis, give and take, 30 crore. If 4 months is to go to 30, probably 2. Then 12 months will give you what? That means we are doing more buying today than it was done in previous administration. and no contributed to enough forest into our economy. And it to suggest CD no a enya hoden no ye krofasa 419 lala sulala artificial mframa. I don't get it. Ye nyina nim se ekurom ha sector baako na my forest. My CD no nya hoden was the go cocoa board. And I mean no cause cocoa board on common ye di kura kura ni mpese obetibi because of a car abandada no ejato ne nhihye ya anko yi amfama sector. And they can't quite no your mutua. It means almost any nane no bitumanya enough reserves are bread. I may see the Nanya holding. And bringing gold board on board was a timely intervention. And then na boa ama yetimi enya enough for us into our economy. Aboa ma yesidi. Ye take you over as at December 2024. What was the dollar rate? I think it was around 16 point something. And then, yes, it's less than 14 cedis. Interbank rate is quoting 13.75 and what have you. It's just a penny no ana or $110,000 or pay $10,000. I could crabby be a bakruma in terms of machinery. I be sharing industry mokina. And this penny no here 101.6 million. Just some 4 or 5 months ago, and there's happening here just 1.3 something million, meaning this administration through prudent management and the intervention of gold board and the other economic fiscal discipline, we are putting a whooping amount of over 200,000 into the pocket of that strategic importer. Me feel say these are the issues abuama when you see a krum ha even fan wo ye digu ye ka mu ni ade nyina bebre ho a omo ye imports omo import na ba krum ha nti anya me wonwa say for 5 consecutive times fuel prices at the pump so no ehu considerable downward trend ade echi ade say o te se fuel bo ana petrol bo foforo aba na je say eso na atie enyi say bi na aba beka ho. These are the milestones I feel say economic management team, finance minister, gold board and the other strategic agencies. It is so far so very good. Yet believe that this is our scorecard. Out of the about 25 promises we made, say a bit to me I execute in 120 days. Ye boom kumpo yense no. Yetimi ayemu 18 and emu enso aka no at various stages of progress. And ya my 72% ya doctor said
72%.
That's right. Doctor said Obama is 70 because of issues surrounding industry and agricultural machinery.
And here Dr. Daniel Apia.
That's right.
Only the Obama is 70.
Obama is 70.
And Dr. Kwesi Nyame Befi Obama mo.
Dr. Kwesi on the me so one thing man be that say things that matter which woman akwanya bi mu gidi say obeka different thing. But what is more
but 120 days no. A normal launching in no. Enya impact our this country enya impact kakra we so
of course ebi na me bo so chere we impact ben na chain driver ni no auto petrol gallon back 70 cedis na the auto no 58 Ghana cedis the day no use 10 gallons what say would driver no 120 Ghana cedis no on Kofi ntimi mu akohoma na obetimi abo akohoma
are this sustainable
is
not something that abandon just to politically to woo people and yes sad na moye is it sustainable a bit me sad we are toast to drivers now
I don't believe there is a knee-jerk approach na politician. Even if there is, mostly election year just for electoral purposes. This is the beginning of the term. Tina make us Okay. And these are strategic and deliberate conscious efforts. Yes, I am minor. This is a resetting agenda. And resetting agenda no hunsun swansweni separate robo so beti 5 consecutive times on a row inflation perform CD nya hoden ene beans cap na me turn 15 cedis ene ye turn me 12 cedis edwrafo ne omo those they will tell you and the hwe anim ni say some of these downward trend na buy in critical areas no omo into that industry that have value chain no omo so hwe na say wetin be bia ye because say the me can say yes save import no about 200,000 na nema no san kofa bana untumi nteso a na say ye bibi but is ordinary Ghanaian no nyehu the actual reflection.
Doctor say Dr. Kwesi nyame befi o say we artificial the economic indicators no e bi ba form no the inflation is stagnant baby e no ntimi nkwanimo ntimi ma form which is good and our share dollar now from 16.7
but inflation is not stagnant.
Oh, I'm saying that
22.5 to 21.02 is not stagnant.
Okay, fine. It yes share dollar now ye beto aba na 16.7.
That's right.
And about 13.47.
That's right.
And nano paying.
That's right.
Or say nini na artificial and yadia because we also believe say we are not in the purchasing season, which is July, August, September, and kofa normal about for Christmas and the friend is Christmas and New Year day no. It do on na you bet me a judging ye say ye remu koba. Oh, ye rap purchasing season no could Christmas never. Ne say edaso jina na ye ku say ni abai no edu no ma bia gwa kwa ma timi aboy but today dey ye timi fa mo ya won suffering.
On my way
just 30 seconds.
Ye two critical seasons are ye come market copper foreign currency pa one they work on. 2 religious season abra ye be ko hajj. A lot of people are looking for foreign currencies. What I say?
Yeah.
And unti say ene ya ni pe ko hajj. We say by 10th of May all pilgrims will be on board in Ombeko Hajj. If by this time and a dollar see the inya hoden then obi catch us artificial. There is more room for suspicion.
Okay, so nipa ko hajj no.
That's right.
O ka omuni na aboma the amount of money that omode ko hajj as compared to Abuso kind magazine for Makola Skejetia market, Central market, Kotokroba Jomnes and Kofuni Sika now so ye kaboma omode ko important no mana. What's the difference?
Don't underestimate the hajj and limit it to Muslim for the duako. These are the seasons omo into jewelry. Cosmetics, sprays, minimum and crofwa omo pe tickets akobi. They are not Muslims. They are business women, men and women. Omo koton because it's cheaper there. And this is in crown also omunya ni cheaper. And you don't never underestimate. Say, hey, just kremoni bia or kosumti o pe $2,000 bia or ko di be di. No. Okay. This is a time where people, especially in the jewelry industry, almost the millions. Okay. Importation. Okay. So it's almost synonymous. But the air can say, my yam pretend they said the air corner yefe. A artificial, a natural. The most important thing is here, mammy, when you win. Never friend you. The most important thing is here, yeah, cotton as the born or swat here. Not many charming. You bet me a quaba, maybe car party for Bavia. You bet me a soul master. That is most important.
All right, Mr. Mahmoud Kabori, a spokesperson. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, NDC, represented NDC, and I'm what is here in action commander. Chairman, 120 days, President Mahama score almost 72%. Out of 100, Obama say they didn't Obama say.
Ziega, I'm here a phobia. Whereby I'm sure that I proper in chair. I'm sure Doctor Film here now. I have 15 minutes. And I say, and yes, she said, "Oh no, or I'm just so
me man 2 minutes spend a car where 12 minutes."
Maybe some is measure me. Maybe I na or no, maybe I'm some time in the way today, dear. Maybe I know where Muhammad am reversing. Chair here for you. I'm chair at the Eastern region for my party for New Job in North constituency. Me chair. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia baby on Nambia and any campaign, any party penny for you know. And pay nkomo aye die maybe I difference here. You ask a straight question about the percentage. Maybe he can be but I realize say 7 Ziega out to he and then can be say one for newspaper me go na because we are researching to show papers na e go ho no mo na utumi hu bibia wo mu nti no bia say newspaper no kra hu say dan hia o sa because over sora no pa no na why your research nyina wie e say so abefu mfidie nti no every information be out bia no secretary to me can san wa be share traditional at the print no na Ziega bisa bibio so we set questions ma na wa answer na so ma ho 72 dey say no wa anya de ana uko school ana uko waye kinmu ni ade ana uko tro exams ni ade na onim de na beba
bajo de bi
but ubo ho modin ase ade no wasua so what ase nti uye no waya manayi waye ni ye obetro se de wa ho odin betumi a obenya marks ni pepepe anamboa obi na set ama wo but we there wa set questions for 8 years 8 years down the line and I was set to questions say oba obey A B C D E F G H na was on the time to so 120 days ebedu hono na why yes animal we ni nyina da oba na se wan achieve the social contract na Ghana for wa o ka say 120 days no Ziega, what do you expect? You're expecting 100%.
Yeah.
Because 120 days in government, and yet bibi kikikibia betumi aye. So they make an say until would in the life of the current president, Urajo Mahama, offer presidency wo Ghana nyina since independent for almost 69 years down the line. You say they need I'm saying only the 16 presidents, including all the military interventions, head of states. All the 16 head of states are you are the most experienced leader or president in this country. And you are the one that you are making a history today. Say, what be the president in year 2? No wakwaba. No one be the president bio. So, quote unquote, it tells Ghanaians to say, yeah, the what say the obe experience ya wo ya 1 year ya pamo ma ko fie no. Odin share fufuro bi beba. Ama Ghana for the na ye hwehwe de ye sufre ne de ye kan nyina no. Obetumi ayamaye. And yes sir. That's why they gave him over 1 votes and they call themselves super majority. What you say? It is a do stage B at this stage. Now say, o say 120 days with social contract with Ghanaians. O mark on 70 pence. One now mark you who? And you Ghana for the mark you. One now mark you. That's when you're 72. I mean, mommy, I don't think something is debatable. And you be debatable. Let's give him the chance, the opportunity. My cultural plane say Urajo Mahama betimia. Not most of what his advisors will say. He must put his ears on the ground. Now, rather no opportunity chama kojo boati because I won't come and sit here and sing his praises. Me metna ha eme bona baso niema nyina. Anything that I'll criticize him is what the best advice that he can get. And then fix it. For what the wabo trim poso obeye de wabo trim poso obeye. Na sa na mo na obo trim so upon baby a eche an ho na obenya me amamatene o ana meboa. Because media anya hwe no meti opposition o ti ase nti de enye no na me nti da bia me ka say senka leaders wo wiase nyina ka at any point in time no me ka say obetie wo opposition na wakoye de so you but obetie de tutu anamo because me criticize wo niam a waka a wuntumi nyeye ana me boa na ye ka economy we say me bisa bibio na doctor can be about the gold board no almost started to gold ana gold board has started to gold.
I mean, so much say.
So, yes, same as PMCC.
Yes or no?
So, all activities of PMCC is the same as gold board.
Okay. So.
That's what we see.
Doctor. So yeah, you see, we don't want to. I don't want to push. Your friend is say to say they are doing something illegal. So what they make an answer? Because the point is that now they have put their statutory laws and those things are trying to get Parliament to help them to put all this legislation, the backing laws for them to operate. So what I say?
Yeah.
And then I'm a question. Be say gold board na doctor I mentioned no. Idea almost started operating now, but in a smart way. He does the thing. I say PMC na to gold because this is like a Ghana for bit me because some you do time I show to gold. What I say? It is a over can gold board. Now so over can say your friend is saying enuti ama dollar stability aba. Ziega make to catch your play say kame dollar aba for me. Many jehu brutal. Because I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
So what you say?
Yeah.
Me nye happy. Say make try catch say dollar echo baby ani free ba. Orajo Mahama buy am say me bomb paya man no. Me paya na me born say. Dollar na ono ko no say 4 cedis. Na do dia be cost 16. E bomb paya man so on fambra 10 kura mai. 10. I will be okay. Dokuno a na oka ho asem a na ye nam ono angese ko campaign na so okona dokun no ye 1 cedi na do de ko 3 cedis no me got so there in the mid price fabra 2 cedis and dokun ye ton 9 5 cedis when he inherit by 3 cedis and dokun ye 5 cedis
oh but o me campaign now mo say dokun data ne be 5 cedis
kontompo no mucha you are 100% aware say no mucha kontompo. You know very well. Say they should show us one place. One more betra ha. Dom communicate see. Dan kwanomo ebetra so mi koto dokron 5 cedis. And na me ton no be say he fa so dem the better. Media. They know say na kontompo no mucha. But if you doubt about if you say by 3 cedis, me challenge because be need 2 3. Ziega o kroma you know. I mean yen kan okre. O dia say. And now yes ye kan niema doctor kind the dollar about for me. I will be say artificial doctor so I say mean challenge no. Me challenge because me who say 13. But your question is that and cement here ton when he inherit cement at the price of 108 and 110 and the cement here 145 150 and no rural Muhammad now chrome northern region. Northern region me mention because I know what we are doing over there. Yenim project wo ho. And na cement on one side krom 150 Ghana cedis. Cement on one brother manufacture because it's the most reasonable than anyone. Jata. And I use an friend.
Yeah, Jata cement.
Jata cement. That man go the krom 150 Ghana cedis. Which is more moderate than compared with Dangote no money gas no 150. Meanwhile, you inherited 108 and 110. 4 months so. But me beside Dr. Bibi, you all know what Bemu. I know your spokesperson. Abuba Memu. How much they have paid the material for the debt. First quarter ni. I know material. Nation debt no some heritage. Yeah, be heritage. So Ghana Bob Sina there. Wa baba be so bia wa be so mana meboa. Into Bosia na Ghana abo every quarter bia yetua no. maybe son threw him to Ato Force and said, what you are? Not a penny. Not a penny. And we are 1. 2. Contractors are ongoing projects. Na Ghana Hanumwa. Na bebre akoda controller. Was see you muka. Ebi wo Minister of Finance. Was almost facilitate eco controller na controller to muka. Oma tu emu ahe. And all these things, if you are not paying your bills, ni ankoto dokun ni makodia. Yankoto dokun ni makodia. Ubehu se eniema no emuye. Oti ase. Ene I am telling you for the fact say imports are dropping more than 62% since they took over from January. System na hu ni January said any year to about December we e ba January. O say no money mo ayedin. Ziega, you know.
Import ni say o chemu yi mame.
I'm talking about import say. Say yen nema ye kraba. Other gadgets, whatever cars and microphone near the bar. So what you say? Adwadifo anomo di sika koto niema beton. Now say what check market ahwe. They tell you say obi omo ntofin so they don't go anywhere. You know very well.
Oh, I see.
The system has been slow. What is obi aka say and the market in a cost say they chase niema during a certain season. And you see me trying to disingenuous because sometimes after Christmas, January, things slows down. And you know very well, say,
and after election
January, so no,
yes,
you did bring we are and Krofon as it is. And I'm a boy,
and the season so more than May, June, July. Yes,
because the point is that no car season after January, no, and February, March, or because Obia could debronya we are they spend a lot in Christmas.
Yeah.
Coming to January, they go school, they don't spend. Obia and Toshi. Oh, they say festivity be said then you
okay
for people to spend. So one who they may patch. Yeah. Until all these things, you know, or dollar na e wo ho no mo no. People are not chasing the dollar. Na make sa ade aye kan nyina ena ka omode ye the currency policy be e ba e ka be yamete say otiase because there be American okro ha say ye dollar ya ye nya problem ina Ziega enye bibia o e currency trading
say import driven economy Ghana
currency trading ye ati abonten a ye kwa sabi ye nuanom black market for was dollar bebre wo mu sam echen aban intinu dwadini ni kwa okoto dollar na wo honom o ti ase na black market ni so nya sa dollar no ho fa so ntu sika na ono e de aye buy and sell no eno e na ekuntu aban no disika bia be semu a dollar bia de beba bia no enso e na so your export cover so e ye kakra bi intinu sa de da ye be ye nyina echi no. When there is no pressure on the dollar now, that is what it is. Intermediate, say also a man who 72. Obi engine Tio, me say also a man who 72. Obi engine who chini. But if so, wow, set questions, man. Wow, set questions, man. Wow, answer your own question. You have 8 years to answer your own question. Now 4 months, so I'm 72%. The end is no worry.
Say 4 months no man hosa. By the 8 years no be.
David. Me say for your 8 years in opposition. How the certain questions, you know. Okay. 8 years I the certain question. They call around to catch the Ghana phone. You say this is what I'm going to do. 4 months, say na meye. 4 months must be pepe. Because you believe time and factor say when you put all this thing together, Afibia obey your metrics. 8 years are the opposition, you know. Only your metrics, you know, 4 months over as well 72.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Have to obey rebuttals best 3 minutes be there, but we all say most Ghanaians are disappointed in the NDC, but they can't talk. John Mahama has started disappointing them. prices of goods are still rising from Anaconda or if it's Abuatua so and Diaba. We will say cement price in Damongu is 115 Ghana cedis, 110 Ghana cedis and 90 cedis respectively. Okay, one for the Diamba. We will say I'm members of. I will say I'm member of NPP, but that's what he says. That Kenke list 3 before election comes like okay. Or just say Kenke na now can chairman. Honestly, okay. I'm not telling you the dino you say. Okay. I'll say okay. On the dino should I clear, Papa. All right. We will say, Mr. Frimpong, please tell the NPP chairman that from 2023 to 2024, Kenke at Bebiani was 5 Ghana cedis. For the Accra Kenke and the Black Kenke was 3 Ghana cedis. And now it is the same and it has not changed. I'm Trinity Bidifisehi Subri in Kwanta and Diaba. Okay. Tell the NDC people to ask for price of cement if they have reduced the dollar rate. Nothing has changed by Kwame Afeji Takrade. These NPP guys are chronic liars. Instead of you apologizing to Ghanaians, you scammed for 8 years. You are there infuriating us the more. Do you know how much a ball of Kenke was sold for 4 months ago? JD Maakye and a Diaba. Okay, also bet me do Diaba. Number is 0550 596 929. 0550-596-929 and a normal text line is 0550-567-929. Where normal text line, the first one is your WhatsApp line. Okay, Zach Edra, see NPP are making fool of themselves. Sorry, this word is too hard. This please meet me and to us. How we do? Mama 3 minutes now jump on second round.
That's right.
Never fire about it. Now chairman also 3 minutes.
That's right. That's it. And in this in the Maakye home because Sebio senior Ziega out here we are going to delay with 4 topics today. Now by the end of the show, what delay with 3 topics are you were able to tell in percentage terms your Sussex story and I'm a
yeah.
And he said the chairman or predicted say be a new job. It be here vote to say. Na yetwa baby do nya and he was able to tell the percentage wise.
Yeah.
So any asset question here Maakye, these are just empirical issues. You could tell which one you've done, which one you've not done. And yet Ghanaians have not disputed it. Kana phone na jetum sampa. Ye yetimi aye no krese aye. De ese egusu ye no mani di akire and omo ni kra so say ye de no kredi ene ahombrase e kirom so we die into me enjoy. Unlike mrebi atwam na yenye ye cry say aye. Edosu mienu em se kinki ni de meja magana for because Goko market kura kinki 55 cedi I'm started the 2022-2023 I'm talking 5 cedi within Goko before I'm afro be poda come mamu adura to Kessben trouble na 5 cedi o chama kinki ni de meja what you for adura. Oh, very popular eatery joint. Goko. Yeah. Adwa to Kessben trouble. It's
my chair technician, your friend Andy.
Oh, okay. That debate I'll leave to the Ghanaian people. And me talking kebi o chado. It's still 5 cedis. But I could see the weight, because 35 cedis them to me the tray. Come to me power. And me to tray. Me go do film between the 1.5. Yeah. Actually said near my day.
Now we have propaganda.
Near my day. Es samba. So I tell you. In fact, in the early parts of our administration, okay, domestic debt exchange program.
Yeah.
Was we were anticipating saying that they were going to postpone the near day. We paid 6.08 billion as a way of servicing that debt. Okay. In February, we paid another 9.9 billion in terms of T-bill loans and abandoned to say your debt in the servicing how much has been paid and a penny has not been paid. I don't think it's born out of facts. In as much as I respect your opinion, I don't think it's supported by any facts and our documents.
Okay.
And that is that. But okay. I am glad. sɛ Ghanafoɔ ani di akyire wonim nka mpɛ sɛ mesrɛw sɛ saa 120 day nkɔmmɔ yi point 19 na yɛ ban on illegal and new mining activities in the forest, tree for life, blue water, a whole mining in common and carbon makonya. Okay, no, now my second issue.
Okay,
as far as 120 days of consent.
All right, my make chama homa na membra na ye chama mama 3 minutes na.
Yeah, quick one.
Fire mop up.
Ziega, I want you to search for us local Bank of Ghana for website in Nema. They will be able to tell us. The doctor can't see I say Oma kwa kutia omu your friends. What did you say about the debt exchange program? Which was already set up before you took over. Oh, you are aware of it. You are aware of it. And two, Obaye, less than 4 months, you have borrowed more than 59 billion Ghana cedis. Oh, they say that one is there for everybody to know. Utibosa recently, Odibe talk will be a grantor, which you are aware. How do you mobilize your resources, or do you borrow to go and pay? Oh, come on, country, because all this exchange debt programs, it was already set up, and the minority has spoke about it in Parliament. You didn't dispute it, which the money was already fenced for it to pay. Most mobile munji nwachini na then mudede amuye se kamo de beka which you know very clear. And a mobile is what borrow more than 59 billion Ghana cedis. And you don't can want them. What the idea? Sikano borrow or the idea? What is it? What did it show for? You see, so Ziega, so you say yeah politics are yeah politics. Maya meyese okoba ya se aban bi a create bibibia say the mutual opposition can ya it up to now no they are still continue being their propaganda stage now. You see when you to me the old person catch Ghana for a person you know yeah emaye hu sa na ma ye kan nyina in the stage of presentation say what be catch will be a good board what be a statement fine and no achievement
okay
because what can so be and galam say asem a working. Oh, now you're leader in the place. Me say dan ko ho kan wi a baby a ye wo problem no. Near there two
okay. No, so I'll give me 5 minutes.
Me 3 minutes come me trust me man kakran kan me 5 minutes
okay.
Because
me want me man 7 minutes to mini do problem. That now. Also the diakara but before that no.
Any problem.
Capito goes from Menshia was in fact it is time for the NPP to come together and stop the blame games. Okay, yeah, that's pa if Capito and do say aba. Yegusu kaiti for say nyame adma kwasiada ye no be hia e Kessben premises ye ka ye ho asem ye celebrate ye mame enti Capito mame ma sa akonya na ye sa do say fa mame quickly
me that's be and no crese o man say nkobo kese pa di ehim in the mining area, especially Galamsey. To that na nipa be
so mama 5 minutes why
nipa be feel said nothing has been done. They are right to have that feeling because Serbia son Serbia Kronto ebia babia etie no ne bie nim no nya no na Ghana ni bie nim tia ho brasie mu no okun yi okun a enyina da yakoma so kesepa na ye ba ye no niema nan a ye hunu ye and say there was no political will on the part of the previous administration to Galamsey no kiane kina eye omohi asem so metu ase to read the report to say Professor Frimpong Ziega report. Look at the big names and able ball. Look at the people who were fingered in Galamsey. And there no crack kahona in Charles Bisu who is we are charging. We read it 2022 Krata Urabuj na put the buyer about a quantum mining. Now President Akufo-Addo with no report whatsoever obey defending no need clearly how were excavators timi right near the clearly said there was no political will. They told me you know. President Akufo-Addo aban sa kofa kotobe kumema mrabia ema hu kwan sa fedie e kwa bretu no ibiti mama small scale mining for licenses to go and operate in those forests, and they are, for me, I call it crime against humanity. Ni nyina koso. Wɔn yɛ mmara no wie ya pɛ ɛna military attachment a na ɛbɔ saa kwa ebretu we gyina ho man no aban no withdraw wɔn. Enti ɛma illegal miners ne wɔn as science armed gangs ɛfa kwa ebretu no mum. Out of hamienu adwewɔtwe 288 forest reserve we have in this country. Na nkofo yetimi ati asi aduanan 44 nkono bi ewom 9 bi ewom kura de untumi nkoho because they were armed to the teeth udi agora umbitimi age wonkwa just to protect their selfish interests. Tie ba ye quickly I was say yen sakraye it's illegal mining operational task force secretariat. Joint security forces near the nyina wom and sa no go area forest no out of the 9 we've been able to take 7.
Okay,
ko abi to say Jimri extension subri anwea tano anwea ene Miami krum career eye offense shelter reserves no money ade be kwai no money ade nyina yetimi ayeden I reclaim back 40 the council ya flash out ya pamo galamsey for the first time uko subri about 10,000 populated community omako dina kwa ebretu mfimfin ya disbanding nyina ye boy en kwa ebretu yensu wonsuwa ene ade ehopan iwi ya mananso ho after 7 December ya to abawie no enkofu di ahompepre kofa alliances koma nipa bia in fact wo hwe nkrata m kura anse dan follow due process so mkutu for magudi sa alliances say the man krofu nyina no me no ka say ya revoke those licenses. All licenses that were granted after 7 December have all been revoked. The tosu means licenses require the man for that no more pretty monitoring and ensuring compliance na nyadwuma. And then me no ka say minister honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua a set up review committee say be a Ziega mining concession and afro for licenses by a reviewer you be call site akohwe adwuma na wo ye no are you doing it in compliance with regulations or reclamation agenda ne say ni ade nyina eguso wo a wo ye kwampa no ho so se abrobe wo a wo de wo nye ne hie no e wo say ye den eje license no efiri wonsam processes has begun emra nana dodan kwakufu ado aban ekofa bazi yen kokwa abretum kutu sika kokko no ya hyase asa amra no yen fa nya adwuma na yen fa nya adwuma no to say Sectoral for na munyina mu aka bi say the promise was to revoke and not to repeal. Penifo tie na superma mjidi say parliament san reconvene ibeden. Another area critical was the community mining. It has no regard for compliance. Nobody was even monitoring. Inti ase ye bua kuro no so na essay kuro no and then ni nyina ya revoke the licenses. But we are repackaging it at the Mara Tayachida no cooperative mining schemes. The National Oversight Committee, near World District Supervisory Committee. I would have wished to host you one-on-one. We are here to serve the people.
Okay. Yes. A producer arranging. I have to get you one-on-one. I may pay one-on-one.
That's right.
Because you know what kind of community mining.
Yes.
Good body they do who come on.
That's right.
PR Abam you do come twice and it's no man. But the Galamsey people are saying that Galamsey essence koso. A quiet fast the politics and ne Galamsey no koso na. Me person can be a watch a one-on-one. Maybe a 1 hour. I give you 1 hour. Chama my just 4 minutes. Now fire Roberta.
A quick one. Your friend is saying. I'm so surprised. Say. Minya catch me say by now there was no political will. Sebi anya hwekura na Akufo Addo yen nyina nim krom ha. Ne nkwa o de to so. Ne presidency o de to this Galamsey any this activity. But you see say ewiase no wo ye wadwe say obeye obibia. Da bia me catch me nua no ma e wo politics mu say. Emre bi so a e wo so ye wadwe say bibi betumi ato. Okay, na de beto no so waye papa o so unye papa o anamo na ye de be hia wo no enya wo pe no o de aze sa lances a wo boapa ye so ye revoke ni 7 December ye renew nyina it was an agenda say ye ba enya ha na doctor ba be kire ye politics o and akunta mining must also accept it in the good faith because waban eko you as a leader of akunta mining obi any political affiliation na ujina o ti ase NDC will never come and pamper you because oye dien sa ene beto and clearly say eniema doctor binu eti ha or can the boss and some ujina bontin kan ye during campaign time near kan galamsey obayi ehwan na mo no wetu ana afedi o say nyina ye Ghana for said ye ken or starting in ayi that is where he started it meanwhile mobile excavator mobile ji nyina mo sa chama NDC for na good room no mo ye galamsey you can lie
it's not true
your MPs your chairman are they doing the galamsey what are you trying to tell us Emirasun wajib to me na moji ye no emra na nado I struggle for galamsey na mujina che na ndisi fo nyina ye bi ye gina ha e na mo former chief executive baby a oboss ti former chief executive of lands commission onya do kwaku bo ahimra na ejire nwura mu ka je galamsey ni ebetu am pam and it is true unnim kra no NDC chairman recently want to tape or the buy asoma kan yentumi kan o radio show meboa ka tell say meboa any 1 week and you are sitting here as a spokesperson for the mines our chairman is telling the whole Ghanaians say everybody F word and yamu na mo be kire ndie be galamsey no ye betu ye tu so na wa ye bema no come there 92.9 adanya Ghana na yete no it is all these things you are witnessing it and you are talking about laws and na one different pop what thing can ye and na there na Kofi wild boss Mr. Aboa says an friend no there na mo no tu onu ani krom ni constituency and na mami ofri jomoro so hoye jomoro
mami there
okotu aka no hoye
kro and doctors
ono wan to galamsey chain who
are you now can
the okotu aka yes Julie how many of them how many tapes the tapes are in my bontin mo kra ma bobi ofia mo ma bobi ofia aye onya power wie na oyire no be show all this video ye interview no can check the whole Ghana say no say adwuma we no why oye no sa no yakola
oba ne de no wadi kan kadada wo betie ni interview one on one with delay our kase was started no
me see ni interview so why yes oye no usa
ana me kase o say obeye NP no
na say that 2 minutes cry de nya fe ne wanyi wom emra no need 2 minutes cry na no one cry kan na okita 2 minutes na constituency no oti no ho so ne yetu galamsey kese
okay
hwe de hu hia yen pa ne say Ziega enye anamo enye kasa tintin yensuo na ese ne nyina ye Ghana for yen pa bo ne say ensuo na ni be dey ebeti
okay chairman na Mr. Tam na so batam catch me mam reti na yen stretch na yen
me reti dey
reti President Mahama 120 days
o si me reti na say me for no an questions na no accept man ho no ne ade a say me reti dia ene na say me man no be about 46 so we don't want to answer two questions and now Maakye and run na come see me man 62 and run man 62 adom
na edienti na man o
Debi na me kase eniema ni bebre wo ho no mo a when he took over
o kase wi answer no be kase nimre no
exactly so said that no koye it be 2 and he shouldn't have given himself percentage as a smart politician. This is what I intend to do. They may buy the metumi ayeni. Baby I me dey do ni. Major Ghana for hwemanim. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting too much from him. 4 months.
Yeah.
Now assume say o catch me say o buy why appoint ministers. Now sabi Ziega o ti fear 8 years now see en fa to me mawa. O buy ministers la no be adwuma. 18 agro ne de
chama de bijawa
de me ya pa ne so wo mama timi percentage ne so about 46 and ko jai ne sa na ka de minimum na ka me di jai no na ka maka so ogba oga se mahama ke ya ye kin sika be no de ahyem but one now so
ba so de na katua what the 6 months salary idea seed fund or their tuma and the corporate bodies na say o mudi sika gum say
na me can say to a event and I'll be
Ghana medical transfer
it yen train me sure how it will take place
okay
na ke yen ya tron na ke ya check person
memo 3 minutes another 3 minutes na mo dey but way free Kwablevi or the Fupopia say Benghazi was say President John Mahama's 120 days has been successful. The CD has been stabilized, corruption has been stopped, abandoned road projects have been completed, on and on and on. Okay, we say good morning, panelists. The price of black kinke was 3 cedis, but now it is 5 cedis. The price of goods is still the same. Nothing has changed from Inshira Beauty. And I do say Abba. We was say kinke was not 3 cedis 4 months ago. It was 5 cedis as it is right now. NPP always lie to Ghanaians. Hey, so I can't issue me. See a year you. Maybe the minimum
you got NPP for 3 cedis a wabon. NDC for back kind of 5 years. They call to Abba.
Good morning. I say good morning, good work. Please, Dr. Kwesi Nyame Befi talked good. Okay, this one from Tobe, Chairman Mpotua Aguna Ashanti Usu and Odiaba. We will say, please, good morning. Please, say, I know this is not what I should present this, but okay. Mean two way in papa. Was Mr. Ziega, good morning. Tell the NDC man that they are likely to go back to opposition in 2094 for reducing people's salary by bringing the dollar rate down. Tell the NPP man that during 2022, it was January when prices of goods started increasing. Okay. Obezo acheze peduma na moye no. Moboko position 2094. That's a craft we established with you. I say good morning, Mr. Host. I'm Stanley, chairman of Miro Workers, Honorable MP Hajia Afra Drobonso. I say me shamo pa edifil Drobonso. Please, Mr. Kabori, tell the host that the 24-hour economy working here at Drobonso. Hey, oh yeah, confess more about Mr. Okay, mama mamo you better read more messages. The messages now, papa. But mama mamo, papa, mama mamo 3 minutes. Now, young shad we don't want us to go come back to stay in the 120 days now. We have switch it. Kabori Kache, President Mahama, Ghana bar situation for a passing resolution. I catch and say, "Coin of us or we the Chief Justice, no, especially the suspension, or you the suspension because it didn't go through the rightful procedure, or the chief or they suspended the Chief Justice. On and on and on. There are some forums near the anchor for the Albania there, but we share Article 146 now. President Mahama has gone through the legal process. What's wrong? Why is it there still on President Mahama is who do want to remove the Chief Justice?
Me that's be onim say baby am no nsem no I am no cause na be hadwene me sure no say the fight against galamsey no a nationalistic fight yeah but na if the case here so na you make blanket statements NDC MPs NDC mpenimfo A2 a umwa system no ebi MP asubasi ana obenten Kabore utubi we utubi na eduru ho a hwehwemu no aboa we ni wenti nam ka se Kabore tubi we ni wenti nam se MP asumasi tubi ni yetimi atu ase because as far as where I sit is of concern no obia ni kurom ho a we above the law o mampani Mahama ene ne swafo onobo ama Kofi enye krado
Ken I take you over?
Enye krado say ometu omso sa. The mesre statement and more fight no. yembodin naming and shaming a bois ama yetimi to say honorable ama Kofi constituency ye to galamsey once it's a mining community me can say 100% no, but what I know for sure is a pragmatic steps. When me know can say honorable Ajekum, the DCE there is the only DCE in a mining area, a mining district. Yeah, all major route rural district no dia nanu ya confirm no wabo barricade. Any excavator making entry must be checked. What is the purpose and locally tracked? For me, it's a novelty. Yeah. All DCs in other mining areas should do. And he made through the efforts of Blue Water Guards prompt your friend and said communication course just 3 days ago. Honorable Ajekum has made an arrest, seizing about 5 excavators, arresting 2 Chinese and about 9 Ghanaians. Yeah. And the chairman, and Tokwane one night wonder. But mumwa na in the form of assume just to make it. Now no buy a chairman to me that's why illegal entry near this. See, I revoke the license. To when this in EB or non so ya bonia. Bonidi we would trace and get to a befitting conclusion. Opening CJ ukachemza den na ura mahama chenchina che obeso yi CJ free hwa. Me no wanya because as far as I know Omampeni Mahama onye bibia odi CJ free hono. Eye Ghana for ebi ene di kwadu abo maame no. Constitution ni say di kwadu bo ni part say CJ kwantempo amomfa so nie. Me pa chawo. As we speak, has President Mahama depart from the processes that the Constitution has outlined? On the party from any of the processes. Ghana Bar Association are okay. Me be so. Supreme Court is a judge for no association no. Until the association no me from a little understanding. Omujuma di legally binding on us. It's just a group. Any a judge for penny for Marco Tenasa say injunction I did but say suspension suspended Chief Justice. Yen suspension no mamino to na juma so no. Sa injunction na holding him and the Chief Justice should remain suspended until final investigation is concluded. Okay. I judge for no Ghana Bar Association one. So what is happening? Okay, Chairman. Mama me ntwa konti soronko bia etibi di botachi ni entimi fa moba. Investigation is ongoing. A si form na maame no ho son se brodejoa. I'll be happy. Yeah. So beka kotoa na dwuma so na wasom my Ghana. A si form na bibi nti wontimi ntoa na dwuma so. So be it. Obeko na ofoforo so di nimie.
Chairman, for the last 5 minutes na 5 minutes per.
Say 30. Okay. Fidie na so na ya.
Check it time o.
So na ya. Utumi do esane so konwa wo said your kasate ene otie ka to say nationalistic.
It has always been
na mo at the time when I'm with opposition just I will say kuragumi kai sami jamfi kai kwakubu ahe just say and someone will beka because there is no leadership. Ebiana Minia, I see you very nice gentleman. I see how your presentation is. It will be a tantrum ne a yampiani adian a new vocabulary mo. But go and check your people.
93.9.
And someone will be called Kromha Elba Galamsey. Nanado cry na yenipa. And the Oka say, Yenina yen kamum. O president, Gradia Sam Nanoka. O president today. You the 2 minute amount. And now got me say, who did to me say, oh, every crack, to me can't say 100%. The Jagalam say, oh, Kofi Abua, a crum. To Galam say, pa. You are not expect. Now, Sabi, oh, predecessor. Why wouldn't you? Oh, call demonstration quiet. And I know who at home. Oh, we are no Makwa Africa, no ground person conum beer, until I'm to see crumana. Maybe so. Evidence upon evidence, and your Bobby will fear her. But better now, your Bobby, now what buying where you sit. NDC for galamse omutu omaju so mbitu and then I'm so omutu. Yeah, whether you take it as a blunt statement, that's your problem. My country on your sector, go and search. Ghana no so.
But Chama, I didn't think say be a NDC buy no omo de galamse ni politics. But omo buy ni yeda suit to galamse rather than so be say NDC for be ye galamse abra untimi modi.
No. Into who Chama ya se mo kan ye me modi ye de mbiem. The video is there. And me modi na ye de. Video na wo ho no hu ye. MP no angasa MP na O2 galamse no 2 na akufo ado time ana. Asema me kan di bible some. And MP ki kan na adwen kire Ghana for. Oni ni team a o threaten say wa be rough cry no. O mangasa ko for security abegu. Me boa na say ka chen say me boa. It all these things are there. It didn't be you. So first and never to anamo stop na be ka Ghana for me no nips that problem. But it happened in your era, your first 4 months. And no komo na yedi. Enti wo de me galam say ye nyina ye kan from the beginning. Say ye kambom ye nationalistic. You were sabotaging this process. 37 na buy. Galam say mining areas na people lose you all the seat. A dear punishment bio na Ghana for farmer MPP for. Enti wo de no ye da ho say ye nyina ye monitor ana me boa. Enfie 9 so enko na wie ye. Ziega me boa. Yeah, that's so anyway, yeah, busumi 9 pe. And I won't take too much of you say, oh yeah, effort fine. I can recommend you do the effort, making sure say you see you any better and nothing ya to Obama or Rajo Mahama. The woman Kessben say, oh can see jasum. And I remember her catch say it is a clear agenda. And I won't deviate from the statement that I put it down here. Clear agenda for Orajon Mahama to remove the CJ because Okanye during the campaign said judiciary needs you honomono. I was said you two so anamon. Minti bida apart from ono as a leader. Edi anamon na be two. Onwana no to okache yen say judges are Nana Akufo-Addo are appointed our Supreme Court. Omo do so dodo. They shouldn't exceed 15. Or buy or the biaba bekan or the court 22 no de kono. The agenda is clear. Once I say I started manifesting. So when you chief justice ho and chief justice enipa ebe panel woman and I say judges ebe panel woman no onya esu to me. Okay. In 5 minutes. We started 31. They come in 1 minute. Mami lande. Oh, man need to come. Etinu a clear agenda. Say, so the chief justice. Ni a panel microphone na. Assembly on bekono. Oma start edibim. And Oma communicator. Eti one of your sister station multimedia. Or say, so once I na started daddy. Ye chief justice, acting chief justice by. Say 3-2. Unanimous, say the unanimous FCBM, a unanimous FC for opposition. He said it quite clear, but me no sino, and I know you're quite sorry. Ye dion. The name person me check clergy I drink Kobe Biso. Omu din komo bi okroma obi ankan, but allowed me 1 minute na me can sorry call. What I say? Empire na no betina kroma boy. Ajina sare no ibo ni din amanete bi the agenda no mu pursue say omo Muslim and the president will chrome hada test a call round and to omo gange up e issue that statement no me say ene aye ka say almost all the sectors, the agencies, the DCs Orajon Mahama appointee you know, they are almost 70% are Muslims. And you need the senior advisors to the president. It is sad now omu preaching here against, you know. And now omu no more mind kroi. Are they happy? Is that what they want? Okay. The religion every year issue. And now what your Ashanti region? This is a appointee. Go and check the list. Go and check the chief executives in this country. Even the cabinet. All of them are Muslims. Christians, you don't have problem on it. Thank you very much.
Do you know how much a ball of kenke was sold 4 months ago? JD.
Because hypocrisy.
Maakye and Christians say, "Was say I'm from Takwa Dompem. I like that NDC man. I like the way the NDC man talks. Please, I want you to ask when with the ECP as we are church We or say from Jones Mansuto to Kofi Ziega, tell politicians that anything they say, God Almighty will judge them. Okay, yeah, that's it. We say, please, good morning. I'm now from Kofrodia. Please, Mr. Host, we have worked for Electoral Commission for 5. Mr. Ramo, Mami Sanka baby Anawenti. Dr. Sribu Kweku, Wakacha Yense. Electoral Commission, no, abiding entry omoka. It's a da bind between omoka. Almost be released. Cano jamamo. As simple like ABCD. It's as ABCD. Good morning, Ziega. Let the man show where cement is 150 Ghana cedis.
Kaswa ya cry 145. Kaswa.
What's 150?
Me say Kaswa. Now Kaswa 145. Another region.
Good morning, Mr. Host. I mean, I would like to draw the attention of the former NPP chairman that whether President Mahama failed by setting up his own questions, but I won't ask him, does the outcome of President Mahama percentage yield positive impact on good people of Ghana or not? Okay, where are your person or the episode?
4 months, 6 months, 4 months.
Okay, where Ziega assessment in Damango is 130 Ghana cedis. Wow. My name is Sadiq. Okay, but I see. We also Chairman Kojo Boateng, you are indeed a great asset to the NPP and New Job and North constituency. We are so proud of you. Our incoming Eastern Regional Chairman from Esuo Afram of Efijase and the DWC Abba. Okay, your time now so ye call. We'll see. Good morning, Ziega. I'm Cosmos Animal from Konongo Habitat. It seems His Excellency, the President of Ghana, is running away from the LGBTQ plus bill. But still, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama must sign this bill before leaving office. Okay, thank you very much. I say,
me say the Bekwa Komana mana sign. But Ziega, I know na makan. Me say who be so for that. Okay? It is some are making. I am demanding answers from them. For and come on with during the elections. I was saying better than the hypocrisy Christians too much, and we need to address that. And they should be bold. Say Jesus Dina Omodidi who are chanting woman ma prepare your energy our Ghana no. We need to work on it.
Senior, the message chairman said some might say nyen nkwane anajo. 2024 is not the only year for election. 2024 ko na nkoyi asem na nto Christian community asumwa label them as hypocrites.
Oh yes.
And maybe by Ibia na wasem. Ibia 2094 ho na wasem atomo asumwa.
And the time about retracted.
Dabi anya some no.
Okay.
The Christians did not come out to say Baumia policies bad. Or now right John Mahama policies and I say bad. They label the thing by the religion.
Okay,
that's what my problem. And you don't have a problem with the religion. Okay, you don't want to address the religion.
Mr. Munte, happy birthday to George Kinson, or executive secretary Emma Prince Park and a chairman of a Bubra Club Ghana on the TV. You know, such a nice man. Mr. Mosan yes, Mr. George Kinson, no, executive secretary Prince Park and chairman of Bubra Club Ghana. Okay, so happy birthday to you, say. We wish you all the best, and a happy birthday to Mama Esther of Amakom Calvary Methodist Church. Kumasi, yay, Ma Esther. Me mami no. Yes, ma. Baby obi a church and yankopo manya keswati. Kopim se obeye kesepa. Happy birthday to you, Ma Esther. And then a happy birthday to Sly Opoku Fofie, businessman. Agogo. Sorry. Jamase. Yes, Jamase. Baby will be a chacha. Chamase on him no. Sly Fofie no. Sly. Yes, we do a quarter pound on it, baby Saint Cancer Bodu, Ejina, no. NPP ni mapa na fees so besa baby about contesting. So Sly, we wish you all the best and a happy birthday to you, my brother. Okay. Thank you very much. Now, Ora Stephen Ofori, Mutie. Ora Stephen Ofori, a businessman and a lotto agent, Kumasi Amakum. Ora Stephen Ofori, Muba Kaise, former assemblyman at the Mamakum, na Nere Eka baby. Adofua osimo be jam no emano ebia na yiri ne ayedi na no oso odamuni na mwasi Ora Stephen Ofori Stivo chairman honorable say odamuni na amwase from kra ekosi mpanyimfo so mo amo hyenu nkran mo amo boa ne sika fam mo amo boa bibia mu no odamuni na amwase nyakopo enhyiram okay ora apia support Richard and the kuche nsem ni na de mamia me present